What's going on, YouTube? This is Julien Stoutt, licensed personal trainer, licensed PE teacher, world record powerlifter, here to take the fear out of fitness. Today's reaction video is to some video sent to me by you guys. I hope you like it. I'll have some commentary behind it, and here we go. So here we go.
So you want to see my hamburger. It's in a box in my closet. This is the sack that it came in, and it was advertising a NASCAR race in 1996. So this dates the hamburger in its sack to 24 years old now.
She has a 24-year-old.
Look like they maybe could have fallen under your seat a month or so ago. They've never rotted or decayed. The hamburger itself, the bread has never molded. The meat has never rotted. It's never even broken. It's completely intact. So, 24-year-old hamburger. Not sure what would happen if you ate it though.
Guys, the amount of preservatives that they were putting in your food back in 1996 was ridiculous. It wasn't until the movie Super Size Me came out that all of this stuff was being revealed to the public, that McDonald's started to make changes to how they process their food. Does that mean it's safe to eat again? I don't know. That's up to you. However, me personally, I am not going to eat it unless I am in the most absolute desperate situation possible to eat that particular type of food. I mean, literally, the burger is not even, has not an ounce of mold on it. What does that do to your body? I want y'all to think about that, all right?
William's the one who told me this. He was like, once you get rid of your desperation, you're gonna blow up. And I was like, I'm desperate because I'm broke. He said, no, you're not. You just don't have no money. You have talent, though.
You have talent, so you're not broke.
You're not broke, and you need to start making your decisions from your talent. From your talent, not your desperation. That's why it took me so long to make it. Because I was never supposed to make it when I was as good as I was.
Was I desperate for 40 years, too? Yes, I was.
Okay, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. This is talking about people who make it because they're no longer living in a sense of desperation. Well, the truth is that it's the same thing about your fitness. It's the same thing about your health. If you're living and rooted in desperation, you're gonna do desperate things in order to achieve what it is that you think you want to achieve. Obviously, you know, plastic surgery, BBLs, things of that nature. You're going to find yourself in a position where you're not going to benefit from it. Now, obviously, we're not talking about people who have lost a tremendous amount of weight. That's a whole different paradigm, a whole different shift in consciousness and thinking. However, there are too many people out here looking for shortcuts to achieve the bodies that they wish to achieve. And I'm here to tell you, it's not necessarily worth it. If you're trying to be a mass monster, guess what? Your genetics may not entail you to be a mass monster. That doesn't mean that you can't be in the best shape ever, and that doesn't mean that you can't be in the ultimate form of your body, but it means that you may not be a mass monster. You might just be on the tail end of just extremely physically fit. All right, let's move on.
That alcohol. Stop drinking alcohol in menopause.
Oh, let's talk about it. Here's something you probably don't know. And if you don't believe me, Google it. Alcohol stops fat loss for 24 to 36 hours because it's a toxin. Okay, I'm going to go into why. It's a toxin, so when you ingest it, your liver has to process it.
Now, where have you heard this
before?
before?
It does not have time for any of the food you ate before, nor does it have time for the food you eat after. So guess what happens? It pretty much gets stored to fat. And that workout you did that day, the protein you're trying to eat, the protein synthesis goes
Totally.
down, like 60% or something. It's horrible. So this is why I only drink 3 times a year now, because let me show you this book here. When I was this fluffy, 3 mistakes that I was making. Number 1, I was drinking 2 to 3 times per week. And guess what? Yeah, that didn't end well.
So, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I know I've done several videos on alcohol, sugar, and stress. Alcohol, sugar, stress will make you fat. This woman says she was drinking 2 to 3 times a week. She has cut it down to 2 to 3 times a year. Me personally, I have cut down my alcohol consumption. Well, personally, I don't drink that often to begin with, but my alcohol consumption is limited to holidays, and it is limited to a certain amount of drinks within that period of time. So, for instance, I'll share a bottle of wine during the holidays. And when I say the holidays, I mean not all of them, but most of them. So for instance, anniversaries, Valentine's Day, birthdays, Memorial Day, July 4th, let's see, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve. That's it. It's the only times I drink. And even then, I don't drink to excess, and I don't drink to the levels of which where I am inebriated to such a degree where I'm no longer conscious. It is the fact is that I'm reading this comment here. It says there's no studies to back the claim that it stops fat loss for 36 hours. Well, got news for you. Because you are ingesting alcohol, the only thing your liver, which is responsible for processing all sugars in your body and synthesizing certain proteins in your body, your liver only can do one thing at a time. And since you are putting poison essentially inside of your body has no time to process the alcohol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch off of this real fast to come into this video. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look it up, so that way you can see it for yourself, right? How long does it take to process alcohol in the body? Alcohol is eliminated from the bloodstream about 0.015 per hour. Alcohol can show up in the blood test for up to 12 hours. Urine alcohol can be detected in urine for up to 3 to 5 days. Or 10 to 12 hours via traditional method. All right. How long does it take for alcohol to get out of your system? Alcohol detection tests can measure alcohol in blood up to 6 hours on breath, for 12 to 24 hours in urine, or 12 to 24 hours, 72 or more hours with more advanced detection methods. Saliva for 12 to 24 hours, and hair up to 90 days. The half-life of alcohol is between 4 to 5 hours, which means in order for your body to cut alcohol in half, the potency of alcohol that you've ingested in half is 4 to 5 hours. So which means to double that, 8 to 10 hours. And it is in your system up to as long as 3 days, basically. But the body does not overreact past the initial acute phases of blood toxicity, which means 12 to 24 hours, which means this woman is telling the truth on when it processes alcohol. Now let's go into looking for what does the What does the liver do with food when alcohol is present? When you drink alcohol, your liver oxidizes 95% of it. This means your liver converts alcohol into water and carbon monoxide. Let's open that in a new tab. Okay. Check the cookies because I'm not staying on here. When you drink alcohol, your liver only oxidizes 1 unit of alcohol per hour. Drinking with an empty or full stomach. If you drink alcohol with an empty stomach, the alcohol passes directly into your bloodstream. If you've been eating before drinking, the rate of alcohol absorption slows down but does not stop. Alcohol mixed with water or fruit juice is absorbed more slowly. Alcohol mixed with fizzy drinks or mixers is absorbed more quickly. That I didn't know. All right. So that is not answering my question. Okay, so when you have a drink or two, your liver kicks into gear and performs a triage. It transforms the alcohol in your sidecar into harmless water and carbon dioxide. And when you pee out, or exhale, it also holds on to anything it can use, antioxidants in the wine or the carbs in beer. The whole process is no-brainer for the liver. But the metabolism of alcohol creates fatty acids along the way, which get stored as triglycerides, a kind of cholesterol, until your body can use them up. Typically, if you eat and drink reasonable amounts, it will use them just fine until you have a few more drinks. If you binge and then binge again and then binge again, your liver gets shocked each time and can't recover. The more you drink, the more your liver shuffles through those triglycerides into burn later pile. So clearly this is another one of those things where people don't know what they're talking about, because I already knew this. I just wanted to find some things to show you this. Until the pile is so big that your liver can't get to the bottom of it. It causes inflammation and eventually kills off liver cells, leaving scar tissue in their place, and can lead to cirrhosis, a problem that is increasingly affecting 25 to 34-year-olds. Not good. Just 3 get-togethers a week through the holiday season can initiate inflammation. 3. If each outing involves more than 5 servings of alcohol in 2 hours. Now some food, a lot of food. You don't even have to drink alcohol to mess up your liver. Seasonal foods, with saturated fat, refined carbs, or processed red meat, combined with holiday associated with weight gain, can lead to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It's estimated up to 30% of the U.S. population has NAFLD, and there aren't symptoms, so people usually don't know and aren't doing anything to reserve it. Meanwhile, that fat is wreaking the same havoc alcohol does: inflammation and eventual scarring, without the libations. NAFLD could develop as little as 6 weeks if you really overdo it. How to hit restore. Your liver can actually regenerate if you stop beating it down. You don't need an activated charcoal smoothie or a beet juice detox cleanse to do it. Your liver naturally gets itself back to working order if you move the heck out of its way. A month or so without a drop of alcohol, no beer during the game, no wine at a client dinner, can reduce the fat storage in the liver and help tame inflammation. You You can undo some of the fat that causes NAFLD by cleaning up your diet and cutting portion sizes. Losing 5% of your weight can reduce fat in your liver by up to 30%. All right. So that's one other way, right? National Institutes of Health. This is the government. All right. Many alcoholics are malnourished either because they ingest too little of the essential nutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, and vitamins, or because alcohol and its metabolism prevent the body from properly absorbing, digesting, and using those nutrients. So, to that person that said that there's no research to it, I'm going to send you this article because clearly this is from PubMed Central, the National Library of Medicine, and this is from the NIH. So there's that, right? Let me see if I'll figure out how to share it later. But as a result, alcoholics frequently experience deficiencies in protein and vitamins, particularly vitamin A, which may contribute to liver disease and other serious alcohol-related disorders. Furthermore, alcohol breakdown in the liver, both by the enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase and by an enzyme system called the microsomal ethanol oxidizing system, the MEOS, generates toxic products such as acetaldehyde and highly reactive and potentially damaging oxygen-containing molecules. These products can interfere with normal metabolism of other nutrients, particularly fats, and contribute to liver cell damage. It's like I read this already. Nutritional approaches can help prevent or ameliorate alcoholic liver disease. For example, a complete balanced diet can compensate for general malnutrition, administration of antioxidants, precursors of the endogenous and antioxidant glutathione, can help the body eliminate reactive oxygen molecules and other reactive molecules generated from abnormal lipid breakdown. New agents currently are being studied as promising nutritional supplements for alcoholics with liver disease. So, with that being said, that is entirely true. So this nonsense that you're reading here, Miss Tess Isabella, you're absolutely wrong, because I have the study right here. All right, so let's move on.
College, you know how many new faces came in and out of the locker room? You know when I turned pro, how many teammates I had? How many new faces came in and out of those locker rooms? From people thinking that they're good where they are, they're not replaceable. You know how many times I've been cut, had to take that walking chain? Had to walk past all my teammates and coaches, knowing that everybody knows I just got cut. Being cut means that you ain't good enough, or the numbers or whatever ain't right. You know how many new people I've seen through my whole journey of basketball? You know how many times people lost their job because they got comfortable? Y'all too comfortable. When we go to these tournaments and stuff, the way we behave is a reflection of me. The way y'all play is a reflection of me. If y'all communicate or not, it's a reflection of me. And I'm getting tired of seeing y'all just take it for granted. Y'all need to focus. There's gonna be some new faces in here tomorrow. They not joining the team. Their mama just want them to get the experience that they started to see on the internet. So people want to be a part of it now. So I'm inviting 2 people to come in here and push y'all. But that's just how quick you can get comfortable and you can lose your spot in college or pro. Just like that, even in high school. You think you good because you got some talent. Next thing you know, somebody else new don't came around. You weren't even expecting it because you got comfortable. You started working hard, started showing attitude and all the other crap. When y'all in here, quit playing around. I don't put a lot of years into this. And y'all see, I'm cool with y'all. We can joke and we can play around, we can laugh and all that. But when it's time to work, it's time to work. I ain't get as far as I got playing around. So don't come here playing around. When I got the college.
Okay. This goes in everything you do, not just basketball. Obviously, this gentleman is a basketball player, and it's not about basketball. It's about life in general. Stop getting comfortable. Just because you broke some world records, just because you won some championships, just because you won a Mr. Olympia, just because you won your local basketball tournament or your national basketball tournament or whatever sport it is that you deal with, does not mean that you cannot get any better. Right now, I had some setbacks because, like I said, I've had hip surgery and I'm working my behind off, y'all. And that period of rest and all of that, I'm suffering, man. I mean, I can't go as hard as I used to. Not right now. Now, it's been told to me by my doctors that I'm only in the first quarter. Well, I'm in the second quarter of my recovery right now. So I got to be patient. All right? But I'm not playing around. I'm going through my rehab. I'm doing all my rehab appointments. I'm not missing any. I don't avoid them. I don't just, dismiss them. I go to every single one of my rehab appointments. All right? Because I take this stuff seriously. I want to get better. I feel good, but I don't feel as good as I should. I don't move as well as I should. All of those things comes with the territory of rehabilitation. You got to push yourself. And too many of y'all play around. Y'all think that because you have the bodies you have that you can't get got. And the truth is, you can easily get got. All right?
Oh, you're such a show-off. Why you showing off all the time? Get the hell up out of here with that. And I said, why wouldn't I show off? Nigga, look what the fuck I can do. You don't even know niggas that can do this shit. This type of strength is for the 1%. What's the point of learning all these cool-ass moves if you're not gonna show nobody? Nigga gonna be dumb strong and hide in the corner. Like, nah, fuck that. Flex on these humans.
All right. I agree. What's the point in working out if you ain't gonna show it? If the people around you feel so bad about what you can do, tell them to do it with you. Tell them to get better. Work hard at it. Or get a trainer. Get somebody to work with them. Or work with you. If that's the case. I can't stand when people try to dim your light. The one thing I hate is light dimmers. Light dimmers are the people that will try to talk trash about you because you're trying to do something with yourself that they don't see themselves doing in their lives. Or they don't care to do in their life. Truthfully, the way I look at it is, if you don't care to do it, you shouldn't care about what I'm doing with myself in your presence. You wouldn't care. If you don't care about how powerful I am, or how, athletic this person is, or how fast this other person is, you want to sit on sidelines and do what you do, that's you. But you don't have the right to make me feel bad because I'm good at something. I'm not trying to make you feel bad because I'm good at something. I'm trying to inspire others to do well, or if not better than me, when I do what I do. All right?
I give them a statistics. Like, I'll tell them, did you know that processed meats like bacon, hot dogs, turkey meat, things of that nature, processed meats, they are considered a level 1 carcinogen. Okay? And that's not by me. That's by the governing body that determines what is.
My man is not happy.
Okay? The IARC. Okay? So they determine that those are level 1 carcinogens. That means that it's in the same category with cigarettes, plutonium, and asbestos in terms of what the ability to cause cancer. So you have to understand, you're never going to see a commercial or even see a warning label on those type of foods. So yes, there's a plethora of information that we have access to in terms of going to Google, but you're never going to see that information. I'll tell people, I give them a...
So, here's the deal. Yes, cured meats are highly toxic, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it up real quick for you right here. Go back. what I'm going to do is now, just so you can see what level Group 1 carcinogen. The World Health Organization has classified processed meats, including ham, bacon, and salami and frankfurters, as Group 1 carcinogens, known to cause cancer, which means that there's strong evidence that processed meats cause cancer. Eating processed meat increases your risk of bowel and stomach cancer. Now, here's the deal. What you don't know is the niacinamides that causes the cancer can be compensated or can be helped with certain things I will show you here in a minute. But Group 1 carcinogen. So now what we're going to do is look up what also entails a Group 1 carcinogen. Processed meat was classified as a carcinogenic to humans, Group 1. Tobacco smoking and asbestos are also both classified as carcinogenic to humans. So, smoking and putting yourself in the harm's way of asbestos. So everything this man said was correct. 100% correct. There's no lies spoken. There's no lies detected in what he said. All right, so those of y'all who don't believe it, that is what it is. Now, also, what I will do is carcinogen is found in processed meats. N-nitroso compounds. Cooking processed meat, especially at high temperatures, includes various chemicals that may lead to cancer. These substances are known as HCAs and PAHs. Additionally, processed meats are often contain another carcinogenic chemical known as N-nitroso compounds. Hold on a second. Just gonna show y'all this. Okay, so check this out. And I read this when I was in college. Vitamin C is added to cured meats, but also you ingesting vitamin C. Vitamin C helps maintain the red color of cured meat and prevents the formation of nitrosamines, which promote cancer. See sodium nitrate. Vitamin C is also used to pump up the vitamin content of foods like fruit, drinks, and breakfast cereals. So yes, but here's the deal. Ingesting levels of vitamin C, especially if you tend to eat processed meats, can mitigate your risk for cancer. Mitigate. Doesn't guarantee anything, but it mitigates it. So those of us who drink orange juice in the morning may, especially if we like our bacon, may be avoiding the situations of stomach cancer. All right. All right, let's look it up. Compound containing NNO attached with two organic groups. Compounds are generally carcinogenic. From nitroso, right? All right, let's do this. Copy, roll up. Nitrosamines is also a chemical found in tobacco products. This is from the FDA, people. So, oh, nitrosamines in your medication. I'm not going to get into that. But nitrosamines are considered to be strong carcinogens that may produce cancer in diverse organs and tissues, including lung, brain, liver, kidneys, bladder, stomach, esophagus, and nasal sinus. Cured meat, processed fish, cocoa, beer, and other alcoholic beverages. The most important food group contributing to nitrosamines exposure is meat and meat products. Go look at nitrosamines again. So there you go, if you read that. All right, so everything this gentleman said is 100% correct. Last video, people. Go ahead, young ladies. I'm gonna read this for the purpose of not getting my video copyright stricken. Look at these girls working. Look at them. All right, so guys, that is it for today. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you sitting through this with me and reacting to these videos. If you guys want to send me more videos, I appreciate it. I am more than happy to review these videos and share them with you. Guys, I hope you took this time to watch this with me and gain some inspiration and learn a few things about the human body, because if you don't, you're not going to progress and you're not going to see how far this rabbit hole will take you. Because if you want to inspire other people to do well, you have to do well yourselves. You cannot inspire people from the cheap seats. All right. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube. Guys, I appreciate your time. Have a nice day and be the best you.